Welcome to Focus on the Crease. Today is mail day, so I got one thing that we're going to open up, take a look at, and then I'm going to talk about my Mike Palmateer 3D printed mask that I did. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go. Hey everyone, so here we are. I haven't done a video in a few days. It's St. Patrick's Day. The Leafs are playing and they're wearing their St. Pat's jersey. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I like it. I kind of wish they did it in green. Reverse of this, just green instead of white and white instead of, you know what I mean? But I just wish they did that. I like the green. The original St. Pat's jersey that they did back in the early 2000s. I liked it. I thought the green was too dark though, and I wasn't a fan of the brown pants. It's a whole different thing, but I do like the setup they have going now. It's pretty good. Again, I'm not a fan of white jerseys. Never have been. You won't see much of a white jersey in my collection, at least not a lot of them. I really like the away and third jerseys that are colorful, or just stand out a bit more than white. So, let's get at it. I got mail from a good friend of mine, Damien. He is the owner of TML Locker Room. Now he specializes in getting Leaf memorabilia. You want a jersey, he's got it. Signed by players, he's got it. I mean, he's got pictures, he's got everything. He's well worth to check out. You can see him on Instagram, or you can check him out on Facebook. I'll add a link and you can go ahead and check it out. He does rises here and there. And he usually takes on private signings, and he's got some private signings himself. This one here, he tagged with another person, and he had one left over, and I was able to get it. I'm quite happy for this. So, let's get at it. Okay. Look at that, very well packaged. Like this is what you can expect from Damien. When you get these in, they're very well done. I've had some that I bought on eBay and didn't work out very well. Card a little damaged, not carefully taken care of, but so far I'm quite impressed. It's nice to see the care. I mean, it's just a cardboard, but I mean, you gotta take the time to cut cardboard, put it in, tape it around. This is perfect. I know that my card's going to be safe, and that makes me very happy. Tape. Oh yeah. Alright. Look at that. Yeah. This is fantastic. Signed in baby blue. Oh, Joseph Wool. It's a nice card. They had there was a private signing. He went up on, and he has some extra cards. Pretty sure he might still have an extra canvas upper deck. It's worth checking out, but real nice. Thanks, Damien, if you're checking this out. I love it. And my daughter bought this for my birthday. So when Damien asked him if he had any cards available, and said, you know, my daughter really wants to treat me for my birthday, and well, here we are. This is, yeah. No, this is good. I like the Signatures mint. It's really nice. I'll put it up on the screen here. You should be able to check it out. I'll put it on my little rotating thing that I've been trying out lately. You'll get a closer look at the card. So, like I was saying before about TML Locker Room, I've been helping out with the graphics. If you check them out, you'll notice some of the work that I post on my Instagram account. Like, right now there's the goalie mask for Michael Hutchinson. I saw a quick picture of it yesterday and I recreated it. It's a hobby of mine. I like to recreate goalie images. It started, believe it or not, it started back in early 2000s when I was about 12 years old, give or take. And I got hooked on the EA NHL series NHL 99, NHL 2000, and so on and so forth. And I really got drawn into add-ons. The community was great. It was a pretty good go. When I played the game, it bothered me that I didn't have Felix Poffin's goalie equipment. I didn't have Curtis Joseph's goalie equipment, right? It sucked. The game itself was, back then it was bee's knees, right? And I really enjoyed it. But it needed that little bit of oomph. And the add-on community really added on to that. So that was very important. Very important back then. And we did a lot of work. I created a lot of masks, a lot of goalie equipment. I learned a lot of my skills from there, believe it or not. And it's kind of followed me until my adult age. And now I tend to do it for fun as a hobby. I actually, with me getting back into doing these YouTube videos, kind of got me into making these graphics for my Instagram account, which has then got me creating the masks for the NHL game. I create them and I upload them, and I just, let people do what they want with it and toss in the game and play with it. That's the whole point of it. Add realism. So that's kind of how I got into that. So if you see what I'm doing and you like it, great. What I try to do is I try to recreate. I don't sell this. I don't do any of that. I take the artist's work and I'll just redraw it, put it on a template, just so you can get a closer look at how the mask looks. I like to give credit to the artist. Their work is very important to me because I absolutely love the artwork on goalie masks. That is one of the coolest things about goalies, personally. The equipment. It's definitely the equipment. If you grew up in the 90s like I did, Felix Poffin, Patrick Wall, Curtis Joseph, Trevor Kidd, like all this equipment, this is who they were. You knew who was in net just by looking at the goalie mask. Not by the number, not by, just their style, but you saw their equipment. You knew Felix Poffin when he had the white flame pads made by Coho, right? Like, that was Felix Poffin. It was phenomenal. And I love nowadays when some of these goalies still try to replicate that, and I think it's great. I love it. And I love that a lot of these goalies will do special themed masks for special events. Mrazek just did one on the weekend for the outdoor game, the Heritage game, so did Craig Anderson, and I recreated both those masks just so I can get a closer look of how it looks, and to pass that on to other people and see what they think of it. I love the artistry. Don't get me wrong, it's so good. I love the play of the goalies, but you know what? Number one down, the helmet, where they get that choice, and their personality comes out. Mind you, I'm still a 90s kid. I prefer the simplicity of a mask, but that's neither here nor there. So, next thing that I would like to talk about. So if you stuck with me for this long, yes, we opened up one thing. Now I'm moving on to something else. So, if you've been on my Instagram account, you've seen that I've been 3D printing. And I'm sure you can hear in the background, I hope it's not too loud, but I'm 3D printing something right now. I'm doing a test print for another type of hobby at the moment. And it's printing. I got a 3D modeler off CG Trader. Fantastic job. It's a replica. Is it exact? No. Some of the pictures I had was really hard to tell. I didn't know until after everything. It happens. It's a replica. It's going on my wall. I'm gonna like it. Again, if you want to get like the real thing, you want to get it from the original mold. I believe those are out there. There's so many great vintage mask makers. There's a lot of them, and they do phenomenal work. Some of them are dead on exact, and some of them are close. But the same amount of heart goes into them. I'm a fan either way. So, this is the start of my Mike Palmateer helmet. So this is the second one that we did. Well, technically this is the first print. It failed. We had some. So this was the first print, and it did fail. It failed on us, and what I had to do, so it failed about right here. So it only printed up to this point right here, so all across. So I had from here to here printed, and that was it. We had a bit of an issue with the filament, and it happens. 3D printing, if you have a failure, too bad, so sad. However, the best thing about 3D printing, that you can actually fix it, you can come back from it, it isn't unforgivable. So with this, I ended up figuring out where the print had stopped. I went into the program and I cut it out, cut the top part off of where I thought that it stopped, and then I printed it off, and this is what you get. So we glued it on, we did some plastic welding to it, and it looks pretty good. There's still a little bit of work I gotta do to this. This one I'm probably gonna sell, or I'm just gonna fix up. I might just sell it as a shell, and you know, maybe a little bit of discount, who knows. I still want to fix it up, try to get it sanded down so you don't see the line so much. What I tend to do is, a little trick that I've been doing is, with 3D printing it leaves lines, and that annoys me, because there's a lot of sanding that is required to make that work. So you don't want, when you put the paint down, you don't want to see the lines. You want it to be as streak free as possible. So you really have to sand these down. So with that being, there's a little trick that I try. I have a 3D resin printer. So with that 3D resin printer, I take a foam brush, and when this is printed and I have it sanded down before I prime it, I'll take my resin and my foam brush and I'll brush it all over. I'll do about 2-3 layers of it. Each layer you put down, you're going to take a UV light and you're going to shine it over top of it so it hardens. You do this a couple times, you'll get a nice flat surface. Once you get that flat surface, you can then prime it, and then you are ready to paint it. And you won't see the lines, you won't see the mistakes. It works pretty good. Now, I don't know if you can see, but if you look closely on the inside, you can see the print lines in there. Now, I don't care too much about the inside. These masks are going on my wall. I can wear it. It goes on my face. It fits me. It doesn't really bother me, but I don't care about the inside too much. These are not to be worn for ice hockey. They're not to be worn to take pucks to the head. These are not safe. This would more than likely crack with a good puck, with a puck being shot at you. So I would not put much faith in this, even with a couple coats of resin. No, no. These are not meant for ice hockey. They're for display and replica purposes. So the plan is to eventually make a bunch of shells and sell them as raw, or prime them and have them prepared for someone else to paint them, or maybe also have the painting option. So we have many different things we're looking at. I do have a Rutherford mask in the works for the Leafs in Detroit. That one I got, it's a work in progress, but eventually it should get there. But with all that being said, here is the final product. Take that phone on. So the straps I'm using are from Ed Cubberley. So I'm sure you know who Ed Cubberley is. If you don't, look him up. I'm sure if you're from the 90s like I am, remember the hockey from then, you'll notice a lot of goalies like Tom Brasso had a goalie mask with the C vents on the side. Those were Ed Cubberley masks. So look them up. It's really interesting. There's a lot of good history and some things I didn't even know. But it's really a good read. So I got the straps from him. So they're really nice. It came with all the hardware. So we had to punch holes into the mask, put the screws in, and now we got the clips. So this is our fully finished mask. Like I said, it's a replica. Is it 100% exact? No. The original, or the one that Mike Palmateer wore, it had the V shapes coming down here, like the V line coming up and over, and then one coming down here that kind of stuck out of the mask. But didn't do it. It was easy for painting anyways for this. It turned out really nice. This is going on my wall. This one is not for sale. I have had a lot of inquiries about if I'm going to be making these for sale, making them available. Yeah, I don't see why not. If the interest is there, I got no problem. I want to help people make these, so if there's a maker out there that, you know, doesn't have a 3D printer, but they want to go ahead and give it a shot, and, you know, see if they want to 3D print, but they want to try a 3D printed item first, see if they enjoy that part, I can do it raw. Basically, as soon as it's printed, no sanding, no nothing, I take it off the printer, I toss it in a box, and I send it to your door. This print here, so the print itself took a little over a day to print. A little over 24 hours. I think it was like 26 hours, 27 hours to print fully. So it was one full print just for the shelf, just for the top shelf. That's it. That's all it took to print it. Then it came the work afterwards. I think we've been working on this for about a week now. I mean, off and on. I've got so many other little projects I've been working on and having fun with. I tend to not stick with one thing right away at the moment. I'm enjoying everything. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying creating again. It's been, COVID has put a lot of wrenches into things. I'm a full-time military member, so it's been nice to kind of relax a little bit and get into creating. So it's been a nice little break, and I do enjoy it, and man, I'm excited for this. So you see my Felix Potvin caged helmet, and I've got the combos as well of filling. So I mean, I've got two Felix Potvin masks, I've got a Curtis Joseph mask, and now I've got a Palmateer. And if anyone is interested in this, I don't have the model file available. That is for me. However, if you would like to have a raw, you know, print, and you want to try sanding it and try out, man, I'll guide you. I'll do whatever I can to help you. If you're just interested in 3D printing, send me a message. This has been fun. I do work on 3D resin, and I do work on FDM. So this was PLA filament. So it's rolls of filament. And they usually come, I have them come in about a kilogram a roll, and this took less than a kilogram a roll. So it was less than a roll to create this. It wasn't too bad. I got supports, and I didn't use any supports to print. So when you print a lot of items, you have overhangs. So imagine if you're printing stairs and you're going up, and then you start going this way. Well, if you start going this way, you have nothing supporting it downwards. So your print's going to start drooping, or it's not going to connect. So it's going to fail. So usually you print with supports. So as you're going up and you start going over, you have supports printed as it's going at the same time that builds it up. So as your stairs and you're making that little sidewalk going across, it supports it, so you don't have a failed print and it doesn't droop, and you know, it works out. But this one here, I was able to just no supports. That's why it took me a little over a day to do. Some items can take longer than that. What I'm currently printing right now is about a day, 7 hours, and that requires no supports. They're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tikis. Just little wall things that I'm working on. It's another side thing just to see how that goes. But again, thank you for checking it out. I do appreciate the support. I've been getting a lot of support on Instagram, and I've been really enjoying that. I'm open to questions. I'm open to anything. If you want to just chat, hit me up. If you like what you see, you want to learn more. I'm trying to hit up on everything that I know, not just 3D printing, but hockey, goalies. Please subscribe, like, share. If you have an idea for something that we could do together, man, hit me up. I'm open to anything. I'm enjoying this. I've been really enjoying the creating part. Like, yeah, this is cool. You know what? Let's put this on. Let's try it out. We're just going to undo one strap. Should probably take my glasses off. And it fits like a glove. Alright, so thank you for checking us out. Have a good day and happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a good one. Bye.